What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Danny back again at the Cornercade, and you guessed it right, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look and doing a little review on the Fast and the Furious by Arcade1Up. So just getting into it, we're going to start at the top here with the marquee. The marquee is going to be that old box style marquee that we've seen in past cabinets, such as Ridge Racer, X-Men, Simpsons, Turtles. It's okay. The print quality is okay. This kind of screams though Joe Sabo's marquee upgrade time. So we'll kind of see what he has to offer. But yeah, I'm not incredibly disappointed with it, but I do like those slide-in marquees a lot better. We'll take you to the sides of the cab. You guys seen this before. Really cool artwork. Riserless design. Got the Arcade1Up branding at the bottom. The one cool thing that I'm starting to like are these screw cap covers. I think it's a really nice touch. It blends everything in seamlessly. We'll take a look on the other side here. Same kind of thing. And I'll show you guys the back. And that white cord is just for the pedals. Looking up top is kind of hard to see, but there are the bezel covers for the screen, or the speakers. Really loud, really nice, vibrant speakers. They're really, really good. So props to Arcade1Up on finally delivering with the appropriate sound, especially for this game. It's very bassy. It's very loud. I love it. Down here is a 17-inch BOE monitor. Very bright, vibrant, no washout issues. If you go left to right. Up above the steering wheel, you're going to have the gauges. This little shelf here is about half the size of Ridge Racer, just for some comparison. The control panel is going to consist of 3 buttons on the side, the 1, 2, and the 3. The live button, you can change your tracks when racing, so that's the music button. And then we got the start screen with the NAS button. There's the steering wheel. Steering wheel is going to be the same as Ridge Racer, except it's going to have that chrome Fast and the Furious. And that's more of like a metal, not a plastic. And a plasticky metal, so it is a little nicer of a touch. Good quality there, and a nice little cool little feature for dressing up the Fast and Furious cab. The shifter works great. It's very nice, very durable. And getting down to the kick plate, kind of standard stuff here. There's the molded coin door. It's got the Arcade1Up branding on it. And then we're going to get down to the pedals. The pedals here, they're the same as Ridge Racer. They're definitely cheap, very plasticky. I wish Arcade1Up made some improvements on this. This was a missed opportunity right here. Right now, I have pedal covers on mine. Just some cheap ones I got off Amazon. These pedals are for my Ridge Racer cab. Because the Fast and the Furious pedals came dead on arrival. Already put a ticket in with Arcade1Up. They're going to send some pedals out. It just kind of sucks. It was kind of disappointing because we couldn't play the game right away. You know, $600 and you can't play the game right away. That's an issue. So I've seen on Facebook that this happened to a couple other people too. So it's not just me. So very interesting. But I know Buy Stuff Arcades has or is it Buy Stuff Store? I think it's Buy Stuff Store has some pedals coming out that looks like Logitech or something like that. So that would be pretty cool to actually upgrade these pedals and make them even better, both on the Ridge Racer cabinet and the Fast and the Furious. So definitely something to think about. Don't know. It's going to obviously depend on price point, but missed opportunity with the pedals on this one. I really wish they would have done something else, but they just kind of copied it. They copied this and the steering wheel. pretty much one for one is going to be the same thing. They just rose the height of the steering wheel a little bit from Ridge Racer. Alright, so now we're at the main menu here. I'm going to test out the speakers for you guys real quick so you can kind of hear the sound. And that was on 14. That was like shaking the house. So definitely they did a great job on the speakers for sure. So just getting into the settings here. I did the patch. There's an update right when it comes out to allow you to link the machines, and that link is going to be on this guy right here. So you can hook up to 8 machines, which is pretty crazy. But you're just going to give each machine an ID. So like this one would be 1, the next one would be 2, and so on and so forth. Getting through the menus definitely got something used to for me. This is up, this is down, and this is enter. So it's just it's a little weird because then these buttons do other things as well to start the game. You just kind of got to get used to that. So we'll go up, attract audio mode, which is awesome. Every arcade has to have an attract mode, and it has to be running constantly and not shut off. That's the whole point to having an arcade, is bringing in that ambience of the arcade. So you definitely want that sound on there. I got the rumble feature, and that's pretty much about it. Both games are gonna have very easy menus here. So alright, so big controversy here. As we know, this is not the Fast and the Furious, and this is not Fast and Furious Drift. This is Drift split into 2. So it's the Drift gameplay, but you're gonna have certain maps for Fast and the Furious and certain maps for Drift. So let's get into it. It's gonna boot up the Raw Thrills signature intro. So these are going to be your tracks right here for Fast and the Furious. I'll just cycle through. Got the 10 seconds to do so. These tracks in the blue are going to be for Drift. Here you're going to have automatic and manual transmission. Down in the corner you can hit that music button, which is right here, to enter your pin. So on the real arcade, you'd have a pin on the side of your steering wheel, from the left-hand side there. But since Arcade1Up can't really incorporate that, I'm glad they at least did this. So you then can enter your pin in and save all of your information. So you can save your high scores, your track times, your wins, any type of mod on your car, which is really, really cool. So just for the purposes of this, hit the cancel button. And we'll go back. Let's go back to automatic right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys the cars. I did not get to play this game before the update, so I guess there wasn't these Fast and Furious logos, but here are the cars, and it looks like you got 7 because there's one that is locked at the bottom there. So it looks like you'll have to do some beating of the game to unlock that car, and then here are all the mods that you can do to your car, and each one of these will save as you progress. You can also change the color of the car by pressing up and down. They're gonna get into it. I'll show you guys gameplay in just a little bit. So we'll back out by pressing the live button. We're gonna go to the leave and we'll hit the music button. And then we're gonna hop into Drift. So right here is your Drift tracks then, and the other ones are blocked out. I've been playing the Drift Tour, which has been pretty fun. It's kind of like a progression mode through each of the maps. Same kind of thing, automatic manual, same menu, same everything. You hit the music button again. You can go ahead and enter your PIN, same kind of thing. And then it's going to be the same cars list. So going through the same cars. We got Mike of all trade, Moat's favorite car right here, the Pontiac Solstice. Just kidding, Mike. But I did like it. At least they added these drift logos to kind of block out the other cars. I just think they should have gotten rid of those because it just sheds more light to the fact that those cars aren't in the game. And it just brings attention to it, which is something that, like, I don't understand. But again, I don't work for Raw Thrills or Arcade1Up, so... But here's your upgrades. The same kind of upgrade again. And you can change the color as well of the car. So you can at least do those things. You can change the music while racing. So again, the live button is going to bring up this like menu, and you could leave the game through that. So we'll go ahead and leave the game. Alright guys, I'm going to show you some gameplay quick of both of them. We're going to get into the Fast and the Furious and then Drift. We'll show you both gameplays. I'll show you each map. We'll do a manual test and an automatic test so you guys can kind of see some gameplay live and in person. Alright guys, now I'm going to boot up the Fast and the Furious. Alright, so as you can see here, these are the tracks. So I'm just going to pick a random one for you guys. You're going to hit the green button. At any time, you can go ahead and enter your PIN with the music button. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. I'm just going to cover that up for you guys. Alright, then once that's entered, you go ahead and hit accept. So the PIN pad's not here, it's going to be on the screen, which is still cool that they integrated that into the game. And it saves all your scores, all your high track numbers, games played, everything like that, and the cars too. Everything saves. You can choose between automatic and manual transmission. For the demos of this video, we're just going to do one automatic and one manual. So here's the car that I played with, the Nissan 350Z. I have that already saved a little bit. And then I got the Nissan Skyline. We'll just go ahead and select the Skyline right now, but you can see the cars here.
finished third.
Yep. Oh, fourth! Oh no! I got fourth and third there. But yeah, this game, as far as like comparing it to Ridge Racer, is going to be much more faster. It's going to have like obviously more boosts, more nods. The gameplay is just way more sped up, which is awesome. Ridge Racer is more of like a simulation gameplay, so it's a little bit different. But it's definitely, I love it. It's definitely a little bit better. So we're just going to get out of this then, and this will all save. So to get out of it, you're going to hit the live button. We're going to go down, and we're just going to leave the game. The music button's kind of like acts as like your enter button, so that's that. Then we're going to get into drift here. Again, same game. It's just going to have it's just the same game split into two. So now we're just gonna play different maps essentially. So get in here. So then here is our tracks now. And you can do the drift tour. Well, I will start with the first one. Try manual this time. I didn't enter my pin, got into my pin. Okay, then we're going to shift a little bit. This shifter is really nice. Get the knives. Come on! Held it. Oh, second! I thought I had first there again. So close. Alright guys, so that was just some gameplay of Drift in the Fast and Furious. Essentially, like I said before, it's Drift split in two. You kind of just get like a bonus downloadable maps essentially. So you're going to have those maps and it's the same cars throughout. Everything's going to be the same. Still really fun. Still really cool. But it's definitely less of a package than what we thought we were going to get at the end of the day. We thought we were going to get a lot more cars, a lot more maps, which again would hold a little bit higher on the replay value. But again, still really fun, but just a little bit less of a package than what we thought we were going to get. Alright guys, so you saw the gameplay. I just wanted to peel away real quick to kind of show you the height difference compared to Ridge Racer. They're almost spot on as far as height, maybe like a ½ an inch off the top there. The wheel looks like it got raised a good 3-4 inches. It's very comfortable to play compared to Ridge Racer. Ridge Racer, for me, I'm 6 foot. I was kind of just hunched over a little bit too much, so. But yeah. So you saw the gameplay. You saw the breakdown. Do I recommend this cabinet? I'm going to go with a yes. We had lots of fun, me and my wife, last night playing this. We played it for a few hours, got a couple tracks in, each of us over and over again. My wife even threw out there, like, if we had a second cabinet, she would definitely hop on this, which is very surprising. Like, my wife doesn't touch some of the cabinets that's in the corner cage. She doesn't touch Blitz at all. So for her to jump on this, it's got to speak volumes to just like a casual gamer. I mean, I consider myself a casual arcade enthusiast or a hardcore casual. I'm like in that mid tier where I'm not going to know specifics of things, but I'm just going to give you a raw, honest breakdown of my thoughts and opinions on the Arcade1Up machines. So at the end of the day, I do recommend this. Of course, if it goes on sale, the less you spend, the better. That's like a no-brainer. But right out of the gates, this has a ton of replay value. And like I said, if it had the actual 2 games in it with more cars, more tracks, obviously it would have even more replay value. But at the end of the day, you're just jumping on. It's an arcade machine. You're not running a whole Madden season on the couch on this thing. You're jumping on for 15 minutes to a ½ an hour quick, and you're headed to the next game. So it's definitely a good game to just hop on arcade style, quote unquote, coin up a little bit, put a couple quarters in the machine and move the drill. I think it's great. It does what it needs to do. Future updates on anything would be great as far as adding things into the game, but I just don't think that's going to happen due to licensing issues. There's a ton of obstacles I'm sure Raw Thrills and Arcade1Up have to go through to even put this game out. And a lot of people would say, you know, do you want to put out a half-baked cab, or do you just not want to put anything out? And personally, my opinion, I'd rather have them put something out instead of nothing, because if we dealt with licensing issues every single time on an arcade, this room would be empty and it would be an office. So at the end of the day, I'm glad to at least get something as opposed to nothing. And I know it's a long shot considering the fact that, well, you spend $600 on this thing, you just want something. Well, yes, I'm gonna take this because it's a whole hell of a lot of fun to play with, and I love it. So guys, that's just my thought. What's yours? Leave a comment down below. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Help support the channel and making this kind of content for you, the consumer that's looking to buy this thing. And tell me your thoughts, tell me your opinions. What do you think about this? Well, this is Danny from the Corner Cake, guys, and we will see you in the next one. Peace!